Hey Marvel Snappers, JMO here again with another edition of Marvel Snapshot, reviewing the MCU one deck at a time. Today we are looking at Marvel Zombies, the MCU's first animated R-rated feature. So, we have Scott Lang's head, Kate Bishop, we got Wanda Maximoff, aka the Queen of the Dead, we got Spooderman, then we got Riri Williams, Moon Knight, aka Blade Knight, Thor Odinson, Baron Zemo. He was the big surprise for me. I did not expect him in this show, and oh yeah, full spoilers by the way, going forward. The twist with him was just too perfect. And then we got Shongers, Captain Marvel. I think her scene was one of the scariest and most intense in the show. Kamala Khan. And then Infinity Hulk. Nothing for him to move, but might as well get some points on the board. So let's go with Spooderman. Yeah, put him over here. Why not? I think he might have had the coolest shot in the whole show, which was ripping all of those zombie heads off with all of his webs. And it's like it reminded me of like those water balloons. You know, like you fill all the water balloons at once, one of those things. But instead of a water balloon at the end of every strand was a zombie head. I'm going to put Baron Zemo. When he was the ally, when he'd saved them, it didn't sit well with me, so I'm really glad there was the twist of him trying to use them for bait, right? To lure zombie Namor. I was like, you shouldn't trust Zemo. He's charismatic, but he's not trustworthy. I think making Ms. Marvel the main character, such a good call. And her chemistry with Kate Bishop and Riri Williams, like, I'm really bummed how many of them were taken out of the story from the from the get-go. You know, a lot of them don't make it out of episode 1. And then we'll play Scott right here. I thought Scott, he's funny. I kind of felt like he was a little underutilized this season. I can't really think of anything he did other than like the Psycho Crusher. Kind of sad how often Thor is just depressed. The Thor being all sad on his throne in New Asgard, very reminiscent of Fat Thor from Endgame, right? Would zombie Thor have been worthy to hold the hammer? One of the parts of the show that I thought was odd, not bad necessarily, but odd, was Wanda. Because, you know, obviously she's the one of the main antagonists. We know that from the previous What If season. But the weird bait and switch with her, where, oh, she's actually an ally. Oh, no, she's actually a villain. We went through that whole process in a single conversation. It wasn't like Baron Zemo where we thought for a second he was good and they kind of played with our expectations. It was like within one conversation, oh, it's Wanda, she's bad. Oh, she's actually not bad. Oh, she is bad. And I was like, that felt like kind of sloppy writing, right? I loved Kate Bishop, even though she wasn't in the show for very long. And Zombie Hawkeye was scary. The idea of a zombie, and the way he would like dodge was so horror movie. I really liked that. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Don't put a fourth card there. Don't put a fourth card there. Come on, Kate Bishop's got an acid arrow just for you. Dang it! Dang it, dang it, dang it. Oh! It's the Mad Titan himself. Definitely fun to see more zombie Thanos this season, right? I think we can all agree that was pretty cool. And the part where, like, zombie Thanos was learning to harness the stones was really scary. Okay. So there she is. Oh, and speaking of the Eternals, what was with Icarus fighting Captain Marvel? That never got resolved. What happened to Icarus? I thought they were setting him up to be an ally or something. It was like he came in to fight Captain Marvel and save Kamala and then never showed up again. We don't even know if he won the battle. And that's probably my ultimate criticism, right? Is that there's a lot of things that just seem sort of unresolved, especially the ending. I am totally okay with the ending being that the villain wins, right? Some of the best Marvel stories are like that. But I want to know what it means. I want to understand what it means at the end with Kamala being in the illusion. It's kind of like Westview, right? It actually is still the zombie world. And by the way, why did Wanda need Kamala? Something with the bangles? It's like, oh, I was after you, child. You're the one I need for my plan. But why? That was never really explained, right? I mean, I'm not stupid, am I? That was the other problem, is that having Kamala make a deal with the demonic antagonist, we just did this at the end of Ironheart.
Neighborhood Spider-Man here.
Right? So that was another thing where I was like, I don't know if I love this. But Ms. Marvel's gonna fly. She's gonna save me, right? Come on, Zombie Carol!
Faster, baby.
Ah. But she had one of the best moments in the show, right? When she's blasting them and it's all that one shot. I mean, I loved also the shot of Sean and Katie trying to escape San Francisco. Very one-shot horror movie with all the giant zombies, right? And giant victims. That was the gnarliest one. This poor guy is like, help me, why am I so big? And then a giant zombie bites him and it just rains blood on an entire city block. I love them getting creative like that. But I think my favorite scene was when Zombie Captain Marvel is raining down blasts from the night sky, and you see the zombie horde approaching, illuminated by her blasts, but the zombie horde is silent. It was genuinely, for a cartoon, it had a lot of jump scares that actually scared me. Okay. Whoop. Hey, we got Blade. He actually kind of looks like Blade from the show. I mean, obviously not decked out in Moon Knight gear. Oh, though, Blade Knight. We got Blade Knight before we got just Blade. It's a weird time to be a Marvel fan. But, I mean, who could deny that that was a cool portrayal? And especially that shot from the trailer of his sword swirling and we see the reflection of Khonshu. What do? Do I play Infinity Hulk? That was also a weird part of it. Like, this huge showdown. Very visually cool. I love the colors of Marvel Zombies. But I didn't think they really did anything interesting with Infinity Hulk. He was just literally this wordless thing for Wanda to fight. I think that's what was missing, is that the explanation of why Kamala could have helped her beat Infinity Hulk. This is not a great hand. Real hodgepodge cast of characters. Which I suppose describes Marvel Zombies, right? But I think it's a strength in that show. That we get so many characters from classic MCU, like Scott Lang right here. But then you also get, you know, some of the newer characters. Like Kamala or Shang. If you want to join the Discord, get the link www.theoldswitcharu.com. We have an alliance, the NES, Nintendo Power Alliance. But really, it's just for anyone who likes Snap or likes retro games, or ideally likes both. Oh, this is bad. This is real bad. But, Secret Shonger, right? I'll knock out their 11 power 1. They might not expect it. But I think that is ultimately my only trick up my sleeve. Go! Oh, okay. They didn't put anything in the middle lane. Oh my gosh, I think I got it. Shang-Chi!
Controlled.
Huh? Oh yeah! Shang-Chi for the win! And summing up my thoughts on Marvel Zombies, I think that was the coolest thing, is finally getting what felt like a long Shang-Chi story. It's been a long time overdue. Well, anyway, fun deck. I don't know how functional it is, but, you know, I'll put the code if anyone else wants to mess around with it. And Marvel Zombies, strong recommend. So check out www.theoldswitcharu.com for more Marvel Snap content, and I will see you next time. Keep snapping.